like a bump of adrenaline. Since you got into my life, I've been losing sleep. You're rushing through me like a bump of adrenaline. I'm just one call from where you are. Did you really think I'd lose the time? I write from home, right from the stars. We can always take a time and head back to the start. So let me love you while the moon is low, yeah. Bring it like nobody else. Only you can do this with my body. Your skin on mine is raising hell. Since you got into my life, I've been losing sleep. You're rushing through me like a bump of adrenaline. Since you got into my life, I've been losing sleep.
Hey everybody, welcome in. Give me just a second.
Let's go, babe. Let's get it on. I never had somebody do like this before. Let's go, babe. Let's get it on. I'd never had somebody do like this before. Since you got into my life, I've been losing sleep. You're rushing through me like a bump of adrenaline. Since you got into my life, I've been losing sleep. You're rushing through me like a bump of adrenaline.
There we go. Had to turn down the tunes so that way y'all can come in and like the videos, leave your comments, say your words. Come in, everybody. Welcome in. How y'all doing? How are you? You use your real name? Oh no, people might know that your name is Peter. Welcome in, Peter. How you doing? I'm glad to know your real name because now I can call you by your name. Hold on. Booper, good to see you. Jurassic, welcome in. We're doing some Star Trek Fleeky Man, preparing for a new arc coming through, new territory wipe coming through in a couple days. Lots happening, right? There's a lot happening. So much going on. Is it night for you? It is 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. In 24-hour mode, that would be 1,900 hours is what it currently is for me, 1,900 hours. So it is evening. Well, the question needs to be asked. How mad are we going to be for Lower Decks Part 2? Less mad than last month, but still not happy? Is that an acceptable answer? So, Scott, when you have the arc reset, you have the new arc, or the new month, whatever you want to call it. It's Lower Decks Part 2. Lower Decks Part 2, Part 2. That's weird. Anyway, it's the second Lower Decks arc, Part 2 of it, and then we're going to still be mad? I'm not. Y'all can be mad. Life's too short to stay mad. I ain't got time for all that. I got stuff to do. You know how much grinding this game asked me to do? I ain't got time to be mad. I only got time to grind, right? I've only got time. See, I got to go put my Gilded Pickle out right now. Did y'all remember to put your Gilded Pickle outside? The only Russian words I know are da. I mean, I know a couple of things I'm not going to say on YouTube, but short answer, no, I do not speak Russian. Looking forward to this. Would have rather had other incursions. Now I got to wait till November to get my Titan. I'll be honest, I'd probably rather have a territory revamp than incursions at this point, but I don't think there's a right or a wrong answer there. I think there's a community that is tired of some things, and yeah, it just kind of goes how it goes. I'm going to get my grind in. I'm going to focus on Rev. Then I'm going to focus on the community, and we'll see what happens. Will we get a free-to-play pickle this arc? Yes. As has been announced, Ocean, the pickle sourcing, will be sourced through Tier 3 territories. So, all you alliances out there, there are 6 3-star territories in the game. You got Nehemiah, you've got Breland down here, you've got Barassa, come up here to Corva, you got Tholos in the middle, Makala, and yeah, that's all of it right there. So, 3-star territories is where you'll be able to source. 3-star territories. 3-star. As a teacher at middle school with a lot of Russian immigrants, we all had to learn several words of Russian profanity. Well, Good luck with that. Anything you're excited about? Nope. Negative. I've not been excited about new content in this game in a couple months. Just go ahead and prepare yourself. I do think that the Territory Edition is not completely paywalled. It's not. So I do think there's some free-to-play aspects to enjoy there. But I mean, just generally speaking, if you're a spender, they're coming after you again this month. Just be warned. If you're a spender, they're coming after you again this month. Your choice if you want to indulge them, but they're coming after you again. They just came after you hard last month. They're coming after you again. So it's odd because the first time Lower Decks came around, everybody associated it with one of the best arcs of all time, just because of all the stuff that happened. If y'all remember, we actually got Tendy for free when Lower Decks rolled out the first time. Lower Decks was universally loved as an arc when it came out. I mean, it was very, very, very positively graded. And then you get this one, and this is going by last month, and my prediction for this month, gonna be one of the worst rated arcs ever. And I don't think that's Lower Decks' fault, but oh well. Oh well. Them damn cartoons. Sourcing is on primary to those who already bought it. I wouldn't say that, seeing as there's 6 alliances that can have 3-star territories. But I mean, sure. Yeah, I mean, the top alliances are going to have the best opportunity to get their players the Gilded Pickle. So, my bank account in CC is not cracking open anymore until they get their act together. Yeah, Matthew, here's my problem. I have put a lot of people in the VIP Discord. Like, I've helped them find out who they need to talk to, and I have a lot of contacts over there. There's a lot of people who in the VIP Discord say they're not spending, but they're still spending. So, yeah. At the end of the day, the reason that Scopely keeps dragging people over the coals with monetization is because people keep paying for it. They're not doing it like blindly and just getting punched in the face every time. No, it's working. For right or wrong. Yeah, it's might want to question those people who say they're not spending. Ooh, 40, not a bad pull. Also, I saw somebody ask earlier, what is Anom Phenom? Because I had to shorten the speech so everybody could come on in here and I could fit all the titles in the or fit all the words in the title. Anom Phenom is just my shorthand for anomalous phenomenon, which is something that you should be doing with your disco every Sunday, and today is Sunday. Today is Sunday. For those that didn't know, it's Sunday. Joseph, sunk cost fallacy. They pay to be at the top, and they have everything. They have to continue to be at the top. Doesn't get me, but I guess that's because I've never been at the top. I'm an idiot. I'm a noob. I have high-level accounts, or high-level account, but I don't spend on it either. So, yeah. Yeah. So it is what it is. Hey, Miss Linda, how are you doing? I hope you're having an amazing Sunday, ma'am. I hope it is going very, very well. So happy to see your smiling face in here. Good to see you. What happened to the event called Mystery? That's at the end of the event calendar. I honestly don't remember what you're talking about, David. So, is there any Bajoran research to avoid besides stubborn defense? There is not. There is not, no. Sasquatch says, I'm trying to get into the VIP Discord. Sasquatch, you can't talk about how you're never going to spend and how frustrated you are and then try to get into the VIP room. I don't know if that works that way. I can give you, people to talk to. I don't know if you've met the threshold yet, but I've definitely helped a lot of spenders get in touch with the people they need to be verified that they're VIP-able. I will tell you, though, because we are talking like positive and negatively about sentiment of the game, they have made a major push over the past 4 weeks to get more people in that area. And there's only 2 reasons why they would get any more people in the VIP. Either one, money has fallen down, so they've lowered, because it seems like they're trying to get more people than normal. So they lowered the threshold to get into VIP, or they're trying to replace VIPs who have left out of frustration. There's been a heavy recruitment to get new people into the VIP area. So, what's the requirements for VIP? A lot of spending, Charles. I mean, a lot. If you think 200 is a lot of spending, then you're not there. I'm talking about people spending, 5 digits in a year. 5 digits in a year. So, hey, what's up, Slick? Shout out to Server 98. 6K is not going to get you in the VIP room. $6,000 is not VIP. $6,000 is like V, as in like you're very important, kinda. Not that I'm saying I don't appreciate you. I'm just letting you know that there's nobody in the VIP that I'm aware of that's in that low amount. Minimum 5 digits. Minimum. Officer sourcing needs major improvement. Yeah, I mean, sure, Mike. I agree with you. Don't see it happening, but I agree with you. Does that count? Don't see it going anywhere. But yeah, you're a kind of important person. You're kind of important. Can you have Scopely make Mara after max and threat from beyond to be transport patterns? That happens, Joe. It already does. So if you've maxed out Mara and Khan, you on Swarm Sunday are getting transporter patterns for Mara and Khan. That already happens. So if you've already maxed out Mara and Khan for this event right here, Threat from Beyond, you get transporter patterns at the end of both of these tiers for those officers. Already happens. Already happens. Yes, it does, Joe. I promise you it does. I promise you it does. It does. You are getting transporter patterns for those officers. It didn't last week. It doesn't. All right, so let me clarify again. It does not, when you complete the event, it does not show you transporter patterns, but it is giving you transporter patterns. The picture doesn't change, which again, we can talk to Scopely about being lazy and needing to fix their stuff. But it does give you transporter patterns once you've maxed out Mara and Khan. You're getting them even if the lazy bums over Scopely haven't fixed the image. So good call out. I want to make sure everybody does know, but that is how it works. So that's how it works. The TPs didn't show up in your account. Leonard, we've tested this thoroughly for years and they do show up every single time. You can try to contact customer support if you believe that's not the case for you. But I mean, we've tested it a lot. I mean, and it works. Free play, what ops are you? You're ops 60? I mean, ops 39. Yeah, Kevin, exactly. Exactly. Hey, I don't care what level people are. I encourage them to be whatever level spender they want to be. If you're a zero spender, if you're a $10,000 a month spender, I don't care. I just want you to enjoy the game, and I want to help you enjoy the game to the best of my ability. I want to give you as many opportunities as I can to help you out and improve your gameplay. So, Romy, thanks for the support. Says evening. Hope everyone is ready for Tuesday and a new batch of undocumented features. Now, Romy is obviously referring to the bugs that are sure to sweep through the nation of Star Trek Fleet Command fans, and we'll see how bad those actually are, but we can't know until we actually have it happen. I'm actually going to go set my Voyager out because I got to do that grind today. We'll do our summoning right there. So, is Scopely working on fixing the no battle reports when our base is hit? Yes. I don't have any ETA of when it is. They are aware. All those issues started happening when they started doing all the back-end maintenance to prepare for the new territory update. Prepare for the new territory update. They started doing a lot of back-end maintenance on every single server to prep, and that has started to cause the battle logs to not work correctly. They are aware of this, and it is being worked on. Is it being done as in an expeditious of a manner as the players would like? Probably not, but it is acknowledged. It is being acknowledged. Territories going through the end of the year. If so, will that interfere with or coincide with the expected 6-star release? Inquiring minds want to know. Tim, obviously I can't let you know anything about a 6-star coming out. I can tell you that I'm really excited about the ships, as in I think they look amazing, and I can't wait to have them in 2034. But other than that, I can't really tell you. I can't expound due to NDA. Slack says, for what it's worth, my experience with the VIP Discord is a distilled, more toxic version of Alliance chat with nothing but give me the ultra-specific thing that I care instead of overall improvements for all players. Slag, that does happen sometimes, but there's also some really good people who work really hard in that area. And what I mean by that is there's some really awesome people in the VIP who really do have everybody in mind that they want to help. So, yeah. Yeah, it's kind of touch and go. I'll say that lately because I've been trying to help them get more people in there. There's a lot of positive voices in there now, but I don't want to speak negatively about all the VIPs, but there definitely are some VIPs who are just like, hey, I spend X amount of money. I deserve to have things. And that does exist. That mentality does exist. So that mentality does exist. You like it as it is now, as far as battle logs. You took $2 billion off a guy and he was in GC talking about how someone cleaned him out, but no logs. So you like the mystery. Hey, here's one key though. If you don't want to get raided, shield. If you don't want to get raided, shield. That's one key, right? If you don't want to get raided, shield. Yeah. We shall see how it goes. I'm hoping that's one of the fixes that rolls through this upcoming Tuesday. I'm hoping that's one of the things that we see in the change log that they're going to rectify. So, yeah. What you talking about, Total? What am I missing? What you talking about, Total? I'm trying to get everybody's comments. I do try to hit up every comment that I can in the chat. So we shall, we'll try to get as much as we can. try to get as much as we can. You have a checklist for your daily grind and what makes sure everything get. My only daily grind, like my only thing that I make sure I do every day is my dailies. After that, I branch out into things that I kind of have like in a tier list of most important to least important. For example, getting my Bajoran faction done is part of actually my most important set of things that I have to do. That's actually part of the top things. So me doing these pulls right now, this is primo importance. The reason being, just to answer your question, is these pulls right here. I want to make sure I can do these every single day, not to mention the favors I'm getting, because this has been a significant boon to the amount of uncommon materials, rare materials, etc. that I'm getting, not to mention the ship parts I get from this section right there. So that is kind of primo. But the only thing, I'm at a point in the game, the only thing that I demand I finish every day for any of my accounts is the dailies. And I've stopped letting Scopely say I need to do more, because here's the dirty truth. I've been telling y'all this for a long, long time. Scopely is not going to stop adding content every month. They're not. And they're not going to slow down. So unless you are willing to open up your wallet, which I don't have mine here to give you a visual, unless you want to open up your wallet and spend tens of thousands a year, potentially more, to be a top player, there's absolutely no point in rushing up ops levels and stuff like that, which means that there's no point in dedicating yourself to beating every event every single day. You are not going to be a top player in power without spending stupid amounts of money. So with that mentality, I focus on dailies, that's it, and then I branch out from there depending on how much time I'm willing to devote to the game that day. That's how I do it. And that's just the skinny of it, right? The highest free-to-plays in the game are in the low 50s after almost 5 years, right? And we know 6-star comes out, we assume there's a higher level range and new ships. So after almost 5 years, because this is October, November will be the 5-year anniversary of Star Trek Fleet Command. So in November, 5 years, the highest free-to-play is going to be early 50s, right around mid-50s, around level 54. And that's the highest after 5 years, right? So I am trying to like just help everybody. It doesn't matter what amount of spending you're at, but you do need to kind of plan effectively, I guess, and play efficiently to whatever bracket you're wanting to put yourselves in. And I think that you can be an amazing level 39, 35, 26, 47, whatever. And that has to be the better value for you as a player than trying to rush up to the top. Better sourcing for G4 rare parts. Voyager Commerce tokens was definitely the best way, but stupid you tiered it to tier 8. Pete, I'll just keep it real with you, man. You probably won't see significant improvements in that until new economies roll out. They purposely design certain economies in the game to be pain points to incentivize spending, right? And, you know, a great example of that is Sasquatch played for way too much time. Sasquatch has been here a long time. Sasquatch can tell you that now it's easy to max out an enterprise, even as a 100% free-to-play player. Now, easy is a relative term, but it was literally impossible to do in 2019 without spending money. In fact, at that time, players were spending $10,000 to unlock the enterprise and then max it out. Now, free-to-play are maxing out their enterprise. The only thing that really gets that economy to the point that you want it is new economies coming out. So I'm not trying to say that your suggestion is a bad suggestion. I'm just trying to make sure you understand that this game is not trying to make it to where you can easily get the rare ship parts you need. It wants that to be a pain point until they create a new pain point later down the road. So with G6 coming out at some point in the relatively near future, then we can start really pushing for those things to have them be effective. So Slag says, I'm level 60 because I want to be, but wouldn't recommend it to others unless they really want to. Decide how you want to play that way, tune out the other noise. 100% what Slag says, right? If you want to be out there and you want to be a player that spends, that's great. And then it's my job to help make sure that you're spending efficiently, because any of the 60s who come to my channel will tell you there are things that you can spend on in Star Trek Fleet Command that are absolutely worthless and will cost $100. And then there are things in Star Trek Fleet Command that you can spend $100 on that are game changing. So I want to try to help people be the best player of whatever style that you want to adopt. So we'll see. Matt says, I'm level 55. My daily routine is to finish my dailies, then an event's running, then one of the two of the loops. So here's my personal importance list. And I guess this is going to be a video for y'all. Dailies. That's the only thing that's a must. After that, Battle Pass event, singular. Battle Pass event. I haven't branched out to any of the other events yet. Battle Pass event. Then my turn-ins. So my refinery run, I'm including the Bajoran faction kind of in that. But my third set of importance, and this takes more time after the battle pass, is making sure that I can do all these pulls and the pulls I have in my factions that I need to do, whether that be a message pull for, a scouts, whether that be the Bajoran pulls. That's number 3 on my list. Outside of that, I then branch into doing any events that are critical to certain acquisitions. For example, that'd be Cosmic Cleanup. Make sure I do that. Apex Thursdays, that becomes a thing of importance. If I'm operating on a lower level account, then I want to make sure I'm doing that Mining Monday for the Devore blueprints. And then after that, we get into just a whole slew of everything else that exists between raiding, regular events, faction hunt. Faction hunt is something I honestly avoid. I don't do faction hunt. Could this benefit me? Absolutely. We can always use more faction credits. But for me, it comes down to a time argument, and I'm not investing an hour of my day to do faction hunt. It's just not worth it to me. So I would rather spend that time doing something else. But I separate mine by kind of levels of importance. And anything that I can find that has overlap, I do. Sadly, that's not as easy to do as you'd like it to be, because there's so many different things around the game, right? There's just so much to do. So much to do. Speaking of, I got to pull this and hope I get plenty of these. 35,000. I don't think that's enough, because I'm trying to do my pickle turn in, and I need a double. So I need 25,000 more so I can pull my pickle turn in. It'll be great. It'll be great. Ref's Gaming videos had me so primed to move up. I blew through the 40s relatively painlessly, and the 49 camp helped a lot to get me to 56. From there, it was a slog. I'm happy I was able to help you, Slag. I mean, I like to feel like I give out great advice. Obviously, with me being a guy who caters to try to cater to everybody, it's tough to give specific advice that will then work for everybody. But I've told this to everybody before. I'm using the word everybody a lot. It kind of bugs my brain. Hit me up on Discord or Facebook, and I will gladly try to work with somebody individually if I can, and help them with their account. I will say I have a pretty busy calendar, but at the same time, that doesn't mean people aren't important. And I shared my calendar with some people, but I mean, I can share it to you again this month. It's a busy calendar between the 4 jobs I have, but I'm excited. I'm having fun with y'all. You getting ads every 5 minutes? Is that how it's supposed to be? Absolutely not, Stuart. Absolutely not. That is not how it's supposed to be at all. YouTube rolled out a new monetization / ad structure that they're doing, and it's annoying. And a lot of content creators are complaining about it, but YouTube is rolling it out because YouTube feels like they're not making enough money, even though they're the largest video medium in the world. Of course, they want more. So it's set to roll ads like every 30 minutes. If you're getting them every 5 minutes, that's a problem. You do faction hunt by tearing up ships destined for scrapping, acquire them via AT credits. That's a great strategy, Bob. That is a fantastic strategy. Whose is this, and why am I stealing it? Whose is that? Oh man, I'm about to make a friend right now. Ooh. Okay, well, somebody wasn't going after it, whoever summoned it. Oh, is it Dars? Oh, I stole one of my enemy's bioships. Oh gosh, that's good stuff. That's quality entertainment right there. That's quality entertainment. Yeah, we like that. That's good. Yeah, that's good. That's good. All right, the best way to get independent credits is through the Borg Refinery. That is definitely a great way. The only drawback to that strategy is the fact that your Borg Refinery wants the same things as you're using to do other things with. So then you have to kind of like pick and choose. My focus has been upgrading the Talios to as high as I can get it for my level range, and then going over and trying to make those pulls in another way. He just flies away. Well, he's probably a lot lower level Voyager than I am. I am one of the few people who've invested a lot of time into my Voyager. So my Voyager's tier 7. And let's see, what's his Voyager at? Yeah, his Voyager's half mine. So that would probably be why. That would probably be why. His Voyager is half of what mine is. That would be and now if he brings another ship and hits it, cool, whatever. But I got some free juice, so I'm happy about that. You want to spend the $10 on the ablative armor? And if so, you want to place it on one ship. Sethan, I would discourage you from spending that money on this right here. You're talking about the common forbidden tech, are you not? Isn't this what you're referring to? Here's my tier 2 level 10 one. Is this worth $10? Absolutely not. A 23% whole health boost and a 20% shield boost is meh. I mean, is it better than nothing? I say it all the time. More is more. There's nothing wrong with more. Go for more. But is this valuable? No. I mean, I wouldn't spend money on it. If you have it, throw it on a ship. The worst it can do is help by a very small amount. But would I spend actual money on it? I would not. That's the same guy. So I would not recommend that. Now, if you choose to do that, it's completely okay. Obviously, it's your money, not my money. I didn't work for it. So you can kind of do it if you like. But if you're asking my recommendation, I would not. Is it the 12th yet? Not yet, Robert. However, since you're bringing up Star Trek Infinite, reminder to all those in the chat, on my birthday stream coming up this Friday on Twitch, October 6th is my birthday. Yay, birthday. We're going to be opening presents. We're going to be playing games. And I'll be able to give everybody a preview of the new game coming out, Star Trek Infinite. We'll be doing a live showing of some of that game. So if you want to check it out, check it out. How high is my pickle? My pickle is tier 3. My pickle is tier 3. And I'm not rushing to upgrade the pickle because it does feel like it slogs down a bit as you tier it up in terms of the ability to double pull all those different things that it has. There we go. Get me another artifact in there. Isn't that fantastic? Yeah, any credits are slog. They're one of the many slogs in the game, right, Sasquatch? Today's your birthday? Well, congratulations and happy birthday, Zero. Hope you have it. Ooh, that's a nasty burp and bad timing for it. Hope you're having a great one. But that's why I'm not rushing to upgrade the pickle, because it gets harder and harder to make sure that you're pulling all these as high as you can. Now, at the same time, you do want to level up because these boxes get better, right? I mean, you do want to get that, and then your automated shipyard, which is giving you more uncommons, it's really hard to avoid leveling up for that. But if I'm just being completely honest, yeah, I'm not in a hurry to level up the Gilded Pickle. I've got his doing its thing, and that's about all we need. Got doing his thing. Let me respond to this message. He said that was dirty, and I said I'm about to take a shower, so it's all good. It's all good. I'm about to take a shower. Looking forward to the birthday stream, a new Trek game. I am as well. I wish I could show it to you now. Obviously, not everybody is into PC games. I know it's a very specific niche and everything, different from our mobile world here in Star Trek Fleet Command, but at the same time, I'm still excited about it. And I love Star Trek, and I love video games. Oh, yo! Do I really care to save this for a leaderboard, or should I just go ahead and take my Talios, and that's as high as it'll go. As high as my Talios will go until level 47 or 48. So, yeah. Stop answering you on Discord. I mean, great. I get hundreds of DMs a day, man. Hit me up again. Hit me up again. I tell people, hit me up all the time, but I'm just saying, I get a lot of them. So I don't try to ignore anybody. Hit me up again. Hit me up again. It doesn't hurt at all to do that. All right, let me see what else I got to do. We did Anomalous Phenomenon. We've done the Hostile Hunt. I'm not doing Threat from Beyond because that doesn't have any value to me anymore. We've not done Q's Trials. I need to do Q's Trials. You just tiered. Neural net chip exchange almost doubled. Yeah, Scott. See, that's like I've got to do 120,000 now for my turn in. And at tier 2 was 60,000. Now, we have the refinery for this in my Discord. If y'all haven't joined the Discord yet, I encourage you to do so. We have a lot of great information there, as well as a wonderful team of volunteers. But yeah. Wardod, where you been, man? Where you been? I've been talking about the game for 2 months. Welcome in. Welcome in. We actually are gathering questions because I've got a meeting and an interview with the lead game designer for Star Trek Infinite coming out, next week. So we're going to have them on the channel to talk about the game as well. So that's pretty cool. A squirrel ran by. That happens, Sasquatch. It really does. All right, let me get these Q trials going while I'm talking and answering y'all's questions. Hey, a freebooter hostile. Fantastic. All right, let's get all this in. So I do my Q's trials every day as well. This is part of my daily process, but y'all are asking about things I do every day. Q's trials is one of them. I'm very studious about studying for the Q's trials. I really am. So I've only got a level 20 building, but I am trying to work on that. And as I said, the refinery becomes one of those things that, you know, it's in the list of important things to pull from. Not my favorite type of game, but I may buy Infinite, support the dev for making a good game and pricing it reasonable. There you go, Primo. Again, not everybody is into grand strategy titles, which is exactly what Star Trek Infinite is. But if nothing else, I'm going to be supporting another Star Trek game, and this one I mean, the fact that you're getting the deluxe edition of the game, like a complete game that has hundreds of hours of gameplay in it, I mean, potentially for 40 bucks. Yeah, I'm going to support that. I'm going to support that. I'm Ops 35 with the Defiant Max for the level lock. Should I be more concerned with Bajoran rep or credits or favors? You should be more concerned with getting your Bajoran rep up, though the credits obviously for favors are fantastic. We love getting that. But the big key for you is it's going to really feel like everything opens up and it's a little bit easier to start working through. Once you get to 39, get your Defiant up a little bit more and start working through that process. But I would say that the rep is more important to get up as quickly as you can. So there you go. All right, let me start this next one. Are they ever going to clean up our inventories or no longer stuff being used? Joe, probably not. Probably not. I mean, have we asked about it? For years. Have the devs acknowledged it? Yeah, game design said that's pretty sucky. Is there any chance of getting fixed soon? No. Probably not. I mean, it could, but in terms of priority, low priority. Low priority. We can't focus on things like inventory cleanup when there are things to be sold, Joe. You got to understand. We got to make money, right? It's just money. Come on. Get with the program, Joe. Haven't been here often, but I'm here tonight. Rev also got the new game ready for fun. Nice Rust Dog Pickle. If you haven't already, we do have a set of channels for that in my Discord. He called King Ingle to come kill me. Oh, I mean, I did steal his, oh, King Eagle actually brought a PvP Voyager to do it, but I did steal his bioship. I was waiting to see how long it would take, but yeah, that's great. That's great. Love it. This is the joys of war, but that was hilarious. Thank you, Rust Dog Pickle. And if y'all haven't, what I was saying is there is a channel in our Discord and a whole set of roles for Star Trek Infinite. If you're interested in another Star Trek game, I won't ask you to buy a $100 pack every week. Come check it out with us. Come check it out. Time for an inventory prime. Hey, Hellcats, another server 20 guy. How you doing, Hellcats? You having a good one, man? You having a good one? This game is a marathon, not a sprint. There's no hurry to leave 35. 100% agree, right? You know, I get leveling up because it's fun. You want new things, and there's nothing wrong with that. I just don't want people to be in a hurry to do it. Hit your milestones, do what you want to do, and we'll help you get and reach your goals. That should be the focus. You stole someone's Silver Scar Voyager last night. They died to it, and you killed it before they could get back. Nothing wrong with that, Joseph. I'm a firm believer, whether it be a hostile, an armada, if you don't beat it on the first shot, it's no longer yours. You don't get to cry about it. So if your alliance goes and takes out 60% of an epic armada and I come and launch it, you should have beat it. I'm not obligated to wait for you to be better at the game. Beat it the first time. So there's nothing wrong with that at all, in my opinion, Joseph. You go and take it. They should have beat it the first time. They should have beat it the first time. So, any word on the field training bug for accounts that transfer servers? None at all, EF22. This is something that we keep pestering them about. I'm hoping for a fix soon, but as of now, no. There is no word at all about that actually getting fixed. Just like there's no official word that Tuesday they're going to fix the battle log issues that are persisting. We hope that's going to be the case, but there's nothing definite that's been laid out by the overlords. So, please tell us about those 5th anniversary event credits. Are they anything like Mario's gold coins, just useless junk in our inventory box? Well, remember, Admiral Furry, you have not reached the 5th year anniversary of Star Trek Fleet Command yet. Now, they started the 5th year celebrations in September, and their plan was to roll out the celebrations from month to month. Over 3 months, in fact. So you're going to see more stuff like that this month and next month. But the anniversary for the game is not until the 3rd week of November. So you will see more and more of that stuff happening. Now, I know it was a little bit confusing because there wasn't a lot of communication about how this process works. Because that would be convenient. And that's just not how we play things around here. Convenience is stupid. So, 5th year anniversary is next month, but they are celebrating things early and you're getting things right now. Mostly what you're getting is the opportunity to buy packs, but you have gotten some things so far. Yeah, I know. A little tongue-in-cheek with some of my, aggravations, but honestly, I feel like y'all share them so much. I don't think it's a problem for me to, say the things I do. Probably makes me a horrible NDA content creator, but whatever. I'm a man of the people. So I'll say myself. You're 10 BP away from Voyager. Is it worth grinding for? Absolutely, Eric. Even though the Voyager loop is ridiculously annoying in how much stuff you have to do, it is still ridiculously valuable. The biggest thing with the Voyager is it's going to be one of the biggest answers for you as a player when it comes to the I need more ship parts problem. And because of that, I'm a strong believer in the Voyager. And I try to, at tier 7, do my double pull here for this one so I can get my Commerce insignias and scroll right back over here and collect Explorer and Interceptor parts because I need so many of them. But yes, I do think because of this alone, if there's no other reason, you know, not that I'm saying that the artifacts aren't valuable, because there are artifacts, and I'm not saying some of that, but I'm saying that that is where the big value is. And wow, y'all are, I mean, okay. Sure. Let me see if I can even fly out there. Completely useless Rev is going to go out there with a Voyager because the only thing I have that has the warp range to get out there. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. What tier does Voyager Refinery start dropping 4-star parts? It starts dropping them here. Let me actually I'll pull up the refinery so that y'all can see it. Give me just a second. I think I have it pinned right here. And I'll open it up and then I'll do a screen share. Y'all can see it for yourself. Because we're talking about it, we might as well show it. Here is the refinery right there. So in terms of your 4-star materials, you're going to see right over here, tier 4 is where you start getting your 4-star, and at tier 8 is where it switches over. So those of you who are like me and have taken their Voyager to tier 7, be very careful when you're ready to go to 8. You might want to hold off on it a while if you're using it to farm 4-star ship parts. So there's just something to think about right there. But it'll start at tier 4, goes to tier 7, and then 8 through 12 are 5-star parts. And here is the refinery for the other items, like your Herogen loot, what all you're getting for it in here. And there's your common anomaly samples for Voyagers. We have this in my Discord. It is saved out. And then there's what you're getting if you want to go after the Cerritos, Fuchsia, Amalgam, etc. But going to tier 8 will drastically change your Voyager's refinery. And I would say that the most valuable area for most players to have it right now is between tiers 4 and tier 7. Is where the most valuable area is for that at the moment. And we'll see if that actually ends up changing at any point, but that's where I would encourage y'all to kind of look at, go, etc. And start from there. Let me see what's going on over there. Okay. I'm going to sit in it, but I highly doubt I'm going to get to participate. I just got a baby Voyager. Just a baby. Baby Voyager. So still no word on how to redeem those anniversary credits. Again, Will, the anniversary's not even here yet, man. So you're not going, there is no way to redeem them currently. But again, I'm reminding you, the anniversary of Star Trek Fleet Command isn't until next month. Scopely is just terrible at communicating this stuff to y'all, so I have to do it. But there is no way to redeem them yet. Doesn't mean they won't be redeemable, but the anniversary to the game is not until next month. So, currently I'm 40. Is it worth upgrading to 41 before the next arc? Bear in mind, I was 38 a week ago. Alien, my goal is to try to tell people to go from 39 to 42 as expeditiously as possible. If you can get to 42, I'd say get to 42. That's what I would say do. Hey, Monkey. No, you haven't. You have not. There's not really anything worth hinting, but Monkey, if you stay up real late tonight, as in if you're awake in about 1 hour when we finish this stream up, I do need to talk to you about Sith on 121. They're a bunch of jerks. I need to talk to you about them. We got to reel them in. We got to make them behave. So just hit me up after the stream. Just realized about 5 minutes before because I tapped pause once. I forgot about it. Oh, whoops. Nice, Sasquatch. Very nicely done, my friend. Very nicely done. All right, so another thing that I do, y'all ask about things I make sure I try to do often. I try to get my Borg grind in. I am trying to make that pull because, again, I am trying to get back to doing independent credits. I'm actually really suffering with independent credits right now. I'm running out of them because I'm not pulling from my Borg refinery like I used to be. So I've got, Hugh that needs upgrading, and I haven't hit the button yet because he needs 5,000. There's no event going on, although I could use another 10% chance for that critical to drop. But you can see I've got several Borg officers waiting. 2 of 11, not super important, but I mean, there's a little bit of a mining bonus if I get really desperate for mining there. My Borg Tribble has not been upgraded, and that's just part of some of the independent officers I have. I need to get back to grinding credits. Gotta get back to grinding credits, so we shall see. What's coming out next? Spill the beans. What's coming out next? So it's Lower Decks Part 2, territory update. And since y'all are fishing for something that a subsection of the players have been begging for 2 years is coming. That's the hintiest hint you're going to get. Because I didn't say I was going to drop hints tonight, but you know what? There you go. There's a freebie. Something that players have been asking for 2 years is coming. But a certain subsect of players. Be very specific. Not everybody's been asking for this. A very specific set of people. Sorry, my ADDness demanded I go throw a piece of trash away. And now my camera has decided that I am blurry as heck. It's fixing itself. Cool. So yeah, you're all getting a puppy. Exactly, Robert. There you go. There you go. See, Scott, you know they're not ending lag because everybody asked for that. And I said specifically the small subsect, I wouldn't even call it small, but there's a subsect of players that have been asking for something for 2 years that they're going to get this week. Which specific subset? Slag. That would be giving away the answer. Giving away the answer. A Revenue's chicken avatar? You nailed it. You nailed it. You nailed it. The $1,000 chat. Yeah, if you all have got $1,000 that y'all can just blow, y'all want to pay for my son's medications and stuff this month, there's the donate links. There you go. Have at it. Sarko A. Yeah, exactly. ISS Jelly is being removed from 3-star and replaced by a pickle. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad that the Gilded Pickle name and everything is taken off. Speaking of, let me repair this and send it on back out. Let me send this on back out. That's why you asked. I know, Slag. I know. But I know your tricks. You think you're a slippery, sneaky snake, but you're not. Does the new arc start this Tuesday? Yes, Adam. Correctamundo. Por favor. Yes, absolutely. What other question you have? Any Star Trek question you have? Bring it on in. And if you have a question about Star Trek Infinite, yes. A Rev-Duce officer avatar? I wish, John, but highly, highly unlikely. Highly, highly unlikely. So, is there a more efficient way to farm Herodian relics in the zones with 3 Herodians in it? Yeah, Primo. To go after the elites, which start right here in Velixis. And this is all Herodians past this point. So you get to Velixis, all these are Herodians. So if you're just farming them here, you can go farm them here. But these are a lot tougher to do, depending on what level you are, etc. King of Subtlety? I know, Slag, but I am the king of expose. And I just exposed you. So, let's keep going. Donate to Scopa to get a $100 pack that allows you to freely give another player all your resources? Yeah, that's exactly what it is, Sasquatch. You nailed it, buddy. Thank you for your hard work and dedication. You nailed it. You absolutely killed it. There'll be 2 separate battle passes. CC going to act as his own arc and Lower Decks his own. Correct, Kevin. So there, according to the announcement from Lay Overlords, there'll be a specific 3-month battle pass with no overflow for Territory Season 1, and then separately there'll be another regular battle pass. So more things to buy. Is there any advantage to taking a battleship to pickle space to stock until you can get the ship? I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, it's a great way to farm ship XP, which you might need. But really, you're not going to do that without a 4-star ship anyway. I mean, you could, but generally, if you're going to go up there and use that for auto farming, it'll be a 4-star ship. Am I actually going to get in on this? No. I was going to say, no way. No way. I just happened to win. I wanted to see it. Here, let's see who all... So there's a Rotar in there. There's a Dederadex, Rosier, an Enterprise. There's some big ships there. Is that... Let's see. There you go, everybody. An almost 1.6 billion Enterprise for your viewing pleasure. There you go. Currently running the Red Matter. There you go. If y'all is that wants to seize it, there's it is for you, ladies and gentlemen. Almost 1.6 billion. Almost 1.6 billion. Yep, that's a big one. That's a big one. They should allow everyone to jump to a new server one time a year. I don't agree with that. I think that you should be able to move to servers like where your friends are and stuff like that, but I don't think you should be able to just move willy-nilly. But, yeah. I do think that there should be a better structure for moving servers. I do. Any chance Sculpt will give us $100 about all these $100 packs are pushing? Zero chance, actually. I actually already know the answer to that one. An Alliance Trading School, a store so we can sell or swap blueprints with fellow Alliance members? Absolutely not, Sandbergo. Absolutely not. No chance. Zero chance. Just equal chance of that happening and them giving you $100. Is there any tool that allows you to tell what bonus percentage you have for damage, research speed, etc.? Yes. Kinda. You have some of those in the Spox.club tool as well as Sync. Now we've done videos on those. If somebody wants to go grab that video and throw it to them, that would be very helpful. But that will go over your research and stuff, but it won't show you like your ship's damage percentages all added up. But it will go over your research costs and your research percentages and stuff like that. Okay. Why don't you like Faction Hunt Grind? It just takes too long for too little reward. Takes too long for too little reward. Like I've already done my dailies and stuff for the day, and I actually did more on this one, and I still didn't finish. All for me to get 44 4-star crystal and 800 credits at the top. That's just not a lot. It's not a lot of grind. I mean, it's a lot of time for very little reward compared to what I would get with other things up at this level. So if I was just trying to be the most efficient player I could, then yeah, I would go grind out Faction Hunt just to get anything I can. But in terms of like minute in game per reward, it's a very low return on your time investment. So I personally skip Faction Hunt because it would take me over an hour to complete if I only used one ship. So here's a way to get rid of all your old ship parts and all the crap you've accumulated over the last 3 years which you don't use. Nope. Enjoy them the rest of your life, Ambo. In fact, use it as a trophy to display how long you've played in the game. For example, I've got all these original Borg tokens from the first Borg arc. I have got, what other old tokens I have? That's one of the original Christmas tokens, I think. What else do I have that's super old? Elite Battle token. The Elite Battle token, if I remember right, Elite Battle token is from February 2019. So yeah, use it as bragging tools of how obsessed you are with the game. Use it as bragging tools. This is how obsessed you are. You've got tokens that are years old. Yeah. I dual faction hunt because it gives me a reason to go get broken battleship parts. There you go, Zero. There you go. Go for it. I like it. You do faction hunt mostly get 4-star parts to refine and officer XP. Yeah, I mean, I get my 4-star parts anyway, right? Like, I'm not getting my 4-star parts. So, which speaking of, I actually need to pull these because I'm doing, again, I get these naturally just by doing my dailies. I just don't go overboard with it. Now, I only do the small pull because the place I get the most ship parts, Voyager Refinery, Bajor faction. That's where I get my most ship parts anyway. So, there you go. What power level is a good place to start Herodian elites? No such thing, man. It's all about officers and research. Power levels are the most deceptive thing in the game. You know, you can find somebody that's got an enterprise that's 9 million power and they're running Mbanga and Keensner on it, and they're going to look like they can't beat anything, right? So it really, I don't know what officers you've unlocked, but generally most people are going out there with either Strange New World or the Voyager crew full synergy. There are a couple other options as well. Some people even use the Tau crew, depending on what we're fighting with. But yeah, most people don't use the Tau because it's kind of ineffective. But yeah. When does Bajoran rep stuff start? All the Bajoran faction, Bubba, is set to begin at level 35, and then it really opens up at around 40. But 35 is when the Bajoran starts, and I'm only 32,000 away from register. So that's pretty cool, and I need to go do more rogue stuff because I am blanked out on materials. I need to go do more rogue stuff so I can get all those turn-ins in as well. But yeah, level 35. My bragging right is after 5 years, I finally called up to Rev and Ops level. Well, you called up to Ops level on me on this account, Dennis. You're still significantly far away from me on another account. But yeah, I keep this account relatively low. I mean, when I say low is, I keep my account at the high end of where the majority of players are. That's what my goal is. So I've got, 47 in the oven. I am over 80 million in strength. I'm the strongest 47 on my server. I'm a top 10 level 46 across the game. I just don't want to out-level the people, right? That's the main reason I stick around. But I think it's fantastic that you've hit me and that you follow me and that you're going past this account. It just means you're doing good things. You're doing great things. what is a good non-Spock crew for the Enterprise? Well, Spock is not. What purpose, Brigadier Jones? For what purpose? What are you trying to do with the Enterprise? What are you trying to do with it? So, what you trying to do with it? So, you can hit 1 elite with Beverly Giorgio Tyler. Noted, Jenny. Noted. Tier 4 Pickle or max 3-star ships and armadas? Max 3-star ships. But again, officers, research. You're not giving me enough detail. You know, like, would I rather have this tier 3 Pickle or would I rather have this maxed Enterprise? I'd rather have this maxed Enterprise, even though the Enterprise is slightly weaker in overall power. Would I rather have it than the maxed Augur? I'd rather have the maxed Augur. But again, you know, what's the crew situation here? What officers are we running? You know, what research does this player have? Both PvE and PvP? Brigadier, you know, because you're around a lot. There's no generic answers anymore. PvP, Harold Freeman is captain. Lorca, Honor Guard Worf. PvE, Pipe Monroe Chin, Pipe Monroe Calf. But there are a lot of other crews now. A lot of other crews now. So, Cameron, the ads should not be every 3 minutes. They should be every 24 minutes. Ads should be every 24 minutes. I'll even hit the delay ads button, but they should be every 24 minutes. Is there an alternate for Lorca? Gorkon. Gorkon. But again, there's a lot of different crews here. And tiers matter, etc. No, I've not seen Lube's hint, Marcin. If you leave the page and refresh it, you get started ads again. This does happen, Joseph. Yes. Yes, the Strike Force worth pulling on for PvP. I mean, slowly. I wouldn't spend money on it, right? I know a lot of people have seen a lot of the Strike Team packs appearing in the store and stuff lately. I wouldn't say go spend money on them. I think they're not in there right now, but they had relaunched the special Star Trek Day packs. And I know people were asking me about should they buy them. I wouldn't. They need to update 4-star rare parts. I mean, they have. They have. Do you think bracketing the SLB's events will change when G6 happens? At some point. I don't know if it'll happen immediately, but I mean, at some point you'll see a change. At some point you'll see a change. So. But yeah, if y'all are getting ads every 5 minutes, that's just YouTube being terrible because that's not how it's set. It's not how it's set. Will Scopely ever update 4-star parts? They already have, Damien, multiple times in the past year. They've already updated 4-star rare parts several times in the past year. Bajoran faction, Voyager. Bajoran faction and Voyager. Both of those things greatly increase the sourcing of the 4-star rare ship parts. And the uncommons, for that matter. You can complete your level 40 ops anytime within the next 35 days. Should I before the arc or after? Honest to God, Gary, doesn't really matter. You're not going to notice a significant difference either way. Your battle pass goes up a little bit when you go 40 plus. Starts having 4 stars, stuff, everything in it. If you've completed all your tasks, level up. If you've not completed all the milestones, don't level up. I will never tell you level up because of what's coming this month. I'm just not. Your level up should be based solely on milestones that you've set for your account and what you want it to reach, not based on anything Scopely is doing. If you've finished your milestones, level up. If you've not finished your milestones, don't level up. Simple as that. Simple as that. Dennis says, Freeman, Lorca, Honor Guard Worf is possibly the current meta. It is. Do you see Jack or Andy as any sort of viable option? They are. They're just not as good as Carol Freeman, but they are. They really need tiers. And keep in mind that the new set of officers isn't done, right? There are more officers of that style coming out. There are more of those style coming out. Been holding transporter patterns. I'm close to either tiering Tindy or 4 of 11 level 3. Which would you choose? Out of those two, Tindy. Absolutely. The top 2 officers in transporter patterns right now, in my opinion, are Tindy and 6 of 11. Those are the most important officers that everybody should be devoting transporter patterns to working on maxing. Those are the top ones. Those are the top. You're a third of the way to the free Pylum, Baldor, and Vordor. Congrats, Sean. I am, I think, like 77 BPs of the, like about 77 BPs of the Newton, but I don't have any of the others. I don't think I have a rare to, yeah, I don't have a rare to launch. I'll go over here. There's the 1.6 bill biggin, but here's also a 1.4 billion Dideridex. It's a very small Dideridex, very tiny. It's a very tiny Dideridex. It's the same player. We've got 7 level 60s in server 20 now, or I mean in IA in server 20. We've got close to, I think we're 10 or 11 level 60s in the game, and here's a 1.1 baby Rotaran. Little baby Rotaran's only got 2 crew on it. Little baby Rotaran. You have a clue when the 5-year anniversary credits will be used? Yep, nothing I can share because they don't let us say things that are coming. But the 5-year anniversary stuff is nowhere near done. Just to remind you, the 5-year anniversary of this game is in the end of November. So, should I start refining 4-star common mats or wait until the 40s? You should absolutely start refining 4-star common mats at level 39. You're going to need such a massive stockpile. You're going to want to have been pulling those as often as you can, both the ship parts and the materials. That will save you millions of Latinum potentially, depending on how long you're in that level 39 range. Absolutely pull those commons. Absolutely. Hey, Bayo, were you in that little circle? Hey, Bayo, did you launch one of these? If you did, can I get a star with my little Voyager? Half. Who did this one? Queenie. All right, so I will be left out of this one again. The only ship I have that can reach out here is the Voyager. I mean, it's a 23 mil ship, but I mean, compared to going against a 4 billion formation armada, it's pretty worthless. Night Monkey. Didn't they say they're only going to be 10 to 5-year month 1 or Mr. I don't remember how many they said, to be honest with you, Andy. Communication has been lackluster for forever. We'll give them credit, though. According to y'all's gradings in the survey last month, communication was better last month than in the past 2 previous months. So it did take a step in the right direction. Give it credit. Give it credit. It took a step in the right direction, and we love to see that. I mean, I want them to do things the right way. So we'll see how it ends up laying out. Will there be a rest of the year or 2024 roadmap? There should be. We're actually late for the last roadmap. We're late to a roadmap right now. And again, it's just one of those things that Scopely will do it when they get around to it. But it is definitely on our list of like, hey, when you guys going to acknowledge / update the list. But there will be another one coming out pretty soon. They gave us a full Epic unlock last year for the 4th anniversary. Can we get equal or better this year? Supposedly, this year's much better than last year after all is said and done. But we need to wait and see. We need to wait and see. Good to see you, Spartan. Glad you're here. You went from 49 to 53 a few weeks ago after Matt saved for a long time. Skipped the 50 epics and got a Northcut. I regret leaving 49 very much. Anyone else done this? Yeah, most people who went in the 50s regret it. Yeah, most people do. Don't forget, though, since you did hit 53, an opportunity is now open up to you. Superhighways. Go do your superhighway research. That's at least pretty useful at 53. That's one of the nice things about going to 53 is superhighways. Go do those superhighway researches. That would be a very useful, beneficial thing to add to your list. Go get that in. What you need, 4-star rare choke point? Damien, you see I got a tier 8 Pylum, right? I'm already there. So, yeah, superhighways are one of the major positives of the 50s. Need to update that stuff? Damien, you know it's there for a reason. It's there to make you spend. It's not like they're ignorant to how crucial it is. They're not ignorant to it. Let's see. I've got... This is why I'm not taking my Pylum to max, though. But you can see here, still need the uncommon. And this is right why I'm not taking it too far past this. Tier 9 is where I was going to stop no matter what. Because this is the last place I have for the pretty greens. And I'm purposely not taking it past that because of that point. And that's with me having the first 5 levels of that prime. I'm not. And y'all saw how big those numbers were for the uncommons. Same way with the rares. That's why I don't take them past tier 9. What else are you going to spend them on? Specialty ships. Because specialty ships need them. Specialty ships need them. So, And thankfully, specialty ships need them in far lower quantities, like significantly lower quantities. So a lot of the specialty ships, and then look, the 40s are becoming the same type of congestion that the 20s and 30s are right now. So if you take a look at the Defiant, for example, the Defiant scales 12 tiers. You're going to need 4-star rare interceptor parts. Thankfully, you don't need a lot. Like, you don't need a couple thousand 4-star rare interceptor parts, but you still need them. So the little bit of rare that I'll have, I'll throw them into that, and that'll be it. And then also Talios and whatever ship they decide to roll out with in the 40s, because if you remember in the 30s, what they did for their whole scaling process is they basically filled out the 30s with ships. Well, they haven't done that with 4-star yet. So expect over the next year or two, 4-star to get filled in with specialty ships. Going to happen. So they scale into G5, but they're going to cost those primo currencies. And eventually we're going to be having the same conversation about 4-star that we do with 3-star. Do we skip this epic? Do we skip this rare, etc., in favor of focusing on specialty ships? Just like how a lot of players now, when they restart the game in the 20s, they don't get any of the faction ships. At level 28, they might pick up a Centurion or a Bortus. Most of them rely on the specialty ships. Yeah, the Pickle is the very start, Joseph. You're right. The Pickle is the beginning. Just how, like, the Sarcophagus and Amalgam, etc., were the beginning of the 30+ area. Am I the only one missing the All Hell Ransom avatar for the Battle Pass? Maybe. I don't know. Is max 6 of 11? Do I have to tier him up to see the change? What do you mean? I don't understand the question, Marcin. What do you mean? I don't understand the question. So, the last arc, you went from 49 to 52. Had a tier 8 Pylum and Newton. All my efficiency research max. Nice, Daniel. That's great. My goal was tier 9. That's where I wanted mine to get to. I like tier 9. And then I'll take my Coronar probably tier 7. And then I'll stop. My Coronar is already nice and beefy, so I'll probably stop at tier 7. Just starting in the Amalgam Refinery, what projectile shard should I focus on? You're level 35. I mean, honestly, it doesn't really matter, Kal-El. They all stack, so it's not like you got to pick one above the other. They all, essentially will end up working together. Pick which kind of one you want first, and then work your way out of it. But you'll be able to, once you get all of them, it doesn't really matter. I still need to fix the display for this one, but they all are cumulative, or they all work everywhere. They're not ship specific. So pick which one you like and rock with it, man. Just pick which one you like. I mean, hell, if you don't have the Isis Jelly Skin, get it just because it looks good. All right. Let's go hit some more of these Borg while we're talking. A new Sarcophagus A would be epic. Not. Scott, don't give him ideas. There's already new ships coming in the game. Don't give them any more ideas. Don't give them any more ideas. All Hell Ransom is a hailing frequency? Ah, yeah, I don't think I got that. Did I get it? I don't even know. Let's check my hailing frequencies. I don't even remember if I have it. Yep, there it is. There you go. Hailing frequency. There you go. As a free-to-play player, what level can you do reasonable research? I don't understand the question, DC. What do you mean? I don't understand the question. Wow, they actually let me contribute in here? Oh, wow. They actually let me be in the level 60 Formation Armada. And look, I got 142, but I got the rewards chest, which, that's nice. That's honestly the only thing that matters. Look, Riker's trombone and a little bit of the telescope. They let me appear. That was very kind of them. That was very kind of them. They let me make an appearance. That was very kind of them. It went boom, but I got things. And let's see. That trombone was... Oh, where is Riker's trombone? Am I blind? Oh, there it is. I'm like, am I blind? There it is. Right in front of my face. Right in front of my face. You have him tier 4. Now I can get only transporter patterns from him. Should I tier him up? I mean, I would max out 6 of 11 if you can afford it. He's a very important officer. You might want to wait till an event due to the cost. But I mean, yeah. I would encourage you to max out 6 of 11 and Tendy. I think they're very important, very valuable officers. So, What system can you start farming pylon BPs? The earliest that you can start doing that is in Romulus, the capital system of the Romulans. Romulus be the earliest way you can start grinding out pylon BPs. After that, any level 49 or higher Romulan hostile can drop them. So as you're getting into deep space, but in terms of the first places you can reach, Romulus. Hey, what's up, Turtle? Welcome into the stream as we get ready for the week and get ready for all the stuff hitting us. Get ready for all the stuff that's going to hit us. You also have issues with preset just appearing? Yeah, Eric, it's a known bug. I don't have any ETA on when they're going to get the bug fixed, but it is a known bug. Basically, when you unlock a new one, it'll start messing up all the old ones. You've got to continually reset them and resave them. It's very annoying, but it is a known issue. It is a known issue. You have 80 of the 350 pylon VPs grinding Romulus. That's very close to where I'm at, Zero, except with a Newton. If I actually go into here, go to Battleship, I am at 78 out of 350 on my Newton, and that's all from grinding in, Federation space. And then obviously I got my Kelvin for free, and I got my Hydra for free through that same grind. When does the Voyager Finder start giving out 4-star ship parts? The chart, it's in the Discord, and we showed it earlier, Camille, but tier 8. At tier 8, it'll stop giving out 4-star and start giving out 5-star. Tier 8. Any word on Scopely fixing the rare nodes for the Voyager and FSCP? Negative. I don't even think they need fixing. Unless y'all have some that are stuck. I mean, does your server have like some stuck ones? Were you grinding for the Kelvin? I got mine in Seoul, the capital system. We'll have to wait until launch on Tuesday for an updated territory services map. You will, Jonas, yes. Now, remember, all the territories are keeping their old services, but some of them are getting some new ones added, according to the overlords. So, is it worth getting 3 rare 46s? I mean, for collection's sake, why not? Why wouldn't you have all 3? I don't say that you should invest in all 3, but why not have all 3? Why not? Sometimes they don't disappear, and you have to clear localization to make that disappear. Okay, fair enough. Because there's not a wide, like it's not on the bulletin board as like a really big widespread issue. Now, some people just hate that the spawns are RNG, and sometimes you get nothing but commons, but the best way to get blueprints is through your faction store, away teams, and an epic armada. I would say that grinding them is also a very effective way. It's just, it's a time-consuming way. Is do you want to put forth that work? But I mean, I ground out mine, without much work. Granted, I was out there hitting a lot of hostiles, but it wasn't too extraneous. So, yeah. Do the rare G4 ships drop more in home system or 50 plus? Equal. There is no difference in RNG between a 49 hostile in Romulus or a 49 hostile in deep space. So if you're hitting a 49 in warp 160, or if you're hitting a 49 in the capital system, equal drop rate. Equal drop rate. Do you need the appropriate rep to actually build the ships? Nope. Only need the BPs. As proof in here, take a look. You can see that my Federation rep is at 10 million even. However, if you take a look at the ships that I am sporting, Kelvin's right there. Tier 1. Little baby Kelvin. Scroll on down. Tier 7 Hydra. You do not need the rep. You only need the blueprints to build the faction ships. So if you grind them out, you can still build them. You can still build them. I'll go repair the pickle and then hope that I got the 20,000 I need in those chests. Why did it show I had 99 chests if I've only got 1? All right, there we go. That's better. And then open this one up. There we go. Hail Hydra, Wolfwood. You have found 10 times more rare BP drops in the homeworlds than other G-Space hostiles. Daniel, there's no math I found that backs it up. You might have just gotten some super lucky RNG. But if you're hitting level 49 plus hostiles, the drop rate's identical. Yeah, we did a test with several thousand grinds of hostiles and found no numerical difference. Now, keep in mind that the higher up you go in levels of hostile, the better drop rate, in theory, you're going to find. So if like you're hitting a 56 or a 60, you're going to have a better chance of that rare dropping, but you're also hitting significantly higher. But as far as 49s versus 49s, the math was identical. And I've yet to see any math that countered it, but I'm always open to changing my mind on that one. We've just tested it multiple times through the years, and that's been the case. Now, that doesn't mean that an individual can't have some great RNG. I've seen people who went out and did 100 boxes in Soul, and then they managed to get 7 Newton BPs in those 100 boxes, which is a crazy great draw, right? It all just depends on how much the game likes you that day. And sometimes it feels like the game loves you, and sometimes it feels like the game hates you. Usually it feels like the game hates you, but sometimes it feels like it loves you. Every now and then, rarely, sometimes. Once or twice. I promise it happened at least once. I feel like hostiles in G5 space give me less chest than G4 space. Might just be my RNG. We want faster whip out the credit card. Yeah. Been catching up on TV shows and grinding Heroic Relics this weekend. Once I get enough to pull the remaining Voyager PvPs, I'm taking a break. I don't blame you. You deserve a break if you're working that hard. You deserve it. Get 7 pylon BPs from 42 boxes. That's amazing RNG. Love it. I love it for you. Because I just did like 70 Federation boxes recently and didn't get but 1 4-star ship BP. Now, it's really annoying. But that's how RNG works, man. Sometimes you get a great roll, sometimes you get a terrible roll, and as we have all learned, as far as Scopely rolls are concerned, expect the worst. Expect the worst roll possible. I mean, I still don't have Fleet Commander Spock unlocked. How many of y'all in the chat have Fleet Commander Spock unlocked? Rev doesn't. If y'all have Fleet Commander Spock unlocked, I'm very jealous because I don't. Still, to this day. Feels like he came out a year ago. I still don't have him unlocked. Here, made up my wrong button. I'm gonna show you where I'm at with my Fleet Commander Spock. I am at 111 out of 150. I'm barely over 2/3. So again, it's all about RNG. Sometimes you get terrible, sometimes you get great. I know people who have free-to-play grinded out their second one already. I have people who ground out their free-to-play one weeks ago. And I'm at 111 out of 150. So it's all about your RNG. All about your RNG. And it's not like I'm ignoring it, by the way. It's not like I have a level 20 command center. Level 35 command center. I hit my stuff every day. I upgrade the building. My RNG's terrible. RNG's terrible. Bubba says, I chose Spock and I have 95 out of 150 on Kirk. See, yours is worse than mine. Yours is worse than mine. You're the same space, 119 out of 150. So, yeah, there are people at my... but the main point I was making is there are people who've already free-to-play unlocked their second one, right? So, sometimes Scopely gives, sometimes Scopely takes away, sometimes Scopely just tells you to suck it up. It just depends on the day that you find them. Just depends on the day that you find them. Finally, I'm at Enterprise to where I can hit 12 level 49s per hole. I was wondering if it's good enough to just grind 49s now or just stick for the 40s for volume. I mean, I would say that if you can afford to grind in a capital system, you absolutely should. Capital systems are going to give you better rewards, chips, etc. If you can maintain grinding in Sol, Kronos, or Romulus, you absolutely should as a player in the upper 30s or low 40s. My longest drought between Newton BPs was 300 chests from Sol with 0. Averaged 2.3 Newton BPs per 100 Sol over 5,000 chests. That's great numbers, Ryan. I love it. I love it when people do that type of math and really dive in and trying to figure out what works and why. I love it. It's absolutely fantastic. I love to see the stuff like that because this game is made up of a ton of nerds. Some of y'all aren't as nerdy as others, but I love that this game is made up of a ton of nerds. Good. It's good. The heavies drop more BPs than regular. No, it's set by the hostile level. A regular transport in Sol, Kronos, etc. drops the same way that a heavy does. The only drawback is the spawn rate is 80-20 in favor of heavy. So you're going to continue to have more heavies. How do you get epic commander credits? Anubis, you got to be up in the high levels, 51 plus. 51 plus to start getting those epics. You got to be high up in the rankings. Oh, I got to go do freebooters while we're sitting here chit-chatting. I got to get freebooters. Yeah, you gotta be in the 50s to start getting the epic. So that's another bottleneck that they have intentionally designed. Make you level up. Make you gotta go up and up and up. You took Spock, you still don't have Kirk. How close are you, Roy? How close are you? Any tips on auger grinding? I don't understand the question. Are you grinding for an auger? Are you grinding with an auger? What hostile are you hitting? What are you doing? What are you doing? Let me know. I'll help you out. I'll try anyway. I'll do my best. Mama said I should do my best at all times, and I try. Mama didn't give me that advice. My mama doesn't give me any advice, but I try. You need 19 Fleet Commander Kirk, then you're doing better than me, Scott. I'm happy for you. You're doing better than me. All right. Should I upgrade my weapon again? What do I have? Do my warp engines. Give me a little plus 10 right there. Need more parts. Oh, can I do my pulls actually? Now that we're sitting here talking about it, can I actually do? I can double pull. There we go. And I need to send it right on back out. I need to send this right on back out. Your Fleet Commander Kirk was going well until you got 120 on 150, then Scopely switched off the tap. And many people have wondered if that actually happens intentionally. I don't know the answer. I would hope not. But it feels like the closer you get, the longer it takes. Have Spock and unlock Kirk 2 weeks ago as a free to play. See? There's people like Marcine out there who are just living their best life, enjoying all the things. I'm just not one of them. 4 days to get the last Voyager BPs. Congrats, Mike. Congrats. You keep getting FC Kirk shards in your daily draws? Well, are you complaining, Majestic Man? Are you complaining? Your 5 showing Kirk. Nice. What tier should we take? Hydra or similar to? What makes the most calls for efficiency? Really, the Hydra question is answered by the warp range and how deep are you trying to go out, right? So you don't have to take the Hydra very far. As you saw, I've got a tier 6 Hydra. Warp range pretty nice, especially being at 46, having the research that I do. My Hydra's warp range is 155. Now, there's a thing about being warp 60, which means that you want to take it up a little bit, or warp 160, take it up a little bit further. But really, the meta there, if you want to call it a meta, is you're really just kind of looking at warp range and how deep you want to go out and how far you want to reach. It's not really about the ship's ability or how strong it is. It's the warp range you get from leveling it up. You loving the Bajor faction favors research. First one I got was more loot from Dominion hostiles. Yeah, I mean, I do like that they had a built-in like grind reduction, right? Still don't feel like it's enough, but I mean, it never feels like it's enough. It always feels like there's more and more to do. So many grinds. That's kind of we've gotten used to that as the game, right? It's become a regular part of it. Tier 5 mining lasers, where the 4-star faction miners get base speed faster than 3-star. That's true, Scrunch. I have found with all the research, favors, officers, etc., the mining speed doesn't bother people as much as the warp range does. Most people are trying to get to the bigger nodes, and the bigger nodes are obviously going to be further out. And when it comes to protected cargo, well, protected cargo is almost always coming from your officers and your research in terms of big numbers. So, again, warp range is the big argument. You do bring up a good point in terms of when the mining laser takes over. So, kudos and shout-outs to those numbers. Appreciate you bringing them up. But for me, I feel like warp range is the big thing. And that's how you decide, like, it's big enough or it's not big enough. How important is it to spend Latinum on standard pulls if you have none maxed? You should spend all your Latinum on standard pulls until Chin is maxed. After that, you don't need to blow your Latinum. But I really do push people early in the game, 10s, 20s, etc. Blow the Latinum on standard recruits because the goal is to get Chin maxed. And that way your PvE is set up for the foreseeable future. You know, even if you don't have the best set for certain hostiles, you're still going to have a good set. And I think that's really important for a lot of players. Yeah. I have a tier 4 Corvus. Which PvP crew should you recommend? Freeman, Worf, Lorca. Exactly, that one. Freeman, Worf, Lorca. The only thing that would change that, Doberman, is you could run the TOS Uhura, TOS Kirk setup if you are fighting bigger ships that are all running the meta PvP crew. You can try to work on countering them. But generally speaking, yeah, you're going to run the same crew, that Freeman, Lorca, Honor Guard, Worf crew on every ship you have. And again, it just might vary based on the hostiles that you're facing or the players that are coming after you. You know, it's not super expensive to take this to tier 4, but I should stop eyeballing this Meridian. But I am trying to get all my Meridian mining in. ASAP Rocky. Trying to get as much Meridian mining in as I can. Let me hit this hostile so we can finish up these freebooters. That way I'll finish up my dailies. And then we need to go check research. Chips may change, but the grind stays the same. Yeah, and even the grind might change, but the grind's only changing in, like, you know, it's a facade. It's a facade. Can you explain the math on prime export credit efficiency? All efficiencies in this game work the exact same way. It's an efficiency formula. We could pull it up. It's been posted a gazillion times in my Discord. But suffice to say, if you see something that says 100%, no, it's not 100%. You're doing an efficiency formula, which is not the same as just like cutting a cost in half. Depending on what all research you have, the short answer is it's going to give you a reduction. Just don't expect everything to disappear. It's the same way with the attrition research. Since you're mentioning this, you should bring up the attrition research. Be very clear, everybody. In X-Borg, attrition research does not prevent you from losing it. In my opinion, these are a waste of X-Borg credits. If you max this out at 100%, you will still lose rep. Again, don't waste your stuff on this unless you just really are trying to slow down the amount of rep you lose, because you will still lose rep. After you max this out, you're basically cutting your rep loss in half, but you're not getting rid of your rep loss. Very different. Very different. Now, that's not meant to be negative towards X-Borg. X-Borg is an extremely valuable, very awesome addition to the game this year. It's one of the best parts of the game this year that they added. But in terms of how it works, it does not take away all your losses. So, not take away all your losses. Let me check real quick. Oh, we're getting Comcast. Well, good. It's about wrap-up time anyway, because I've got to get ready for a lot of work tomorrow. We've been live about an hour and a half. Sorry about the random lag that's kicking in at the moment, y'all, but we are right at our wrap-up time. Look, if you need more questions answered, if you want to get some of your stuff checked out, hit me up on Discord or Facebook, because I do need to go make sure the kids are in bed, and I need to get ready for work tomorrow, which is Star Trek Fleet Command video, and I've got to work on stuff for Bleacher Report. So, appreciate all of y'all. Live long and plunder. Stay safe for the Space Cowboys. Deuces, that's me. We'll catch you. Hit me up on Discord if you have more questions, or somebody more than happy to help you out. That's what we're here for. Thank you for all that you do for me and my family, my 3 children. You're all amazing. Hit the like button on the way out. That actually helps out a ton. And I will see y'all tomorrow. I'll be here. I'll be out everywhere.
An even better outro than the intro.